Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another early morning coffee talks. It's Thursday. Um, been a good week. Man. Coming back from vacation, I knew it was gonna take me about 2 weeks to really get back into the routine. Cause I let loose. When I say let loose, just I did all. It's funny. I did all my workouts before I actually went on vacation. But uh, you know, I wasn't really super disciplined on what I was eating. Again, I already did my workout, so I was able to just relax. Wasn't really concerned about what time I woke up. I was just totally out of my routine, and it was good. Again, I needed I needed just to take a breather, right, from just the grind, the mental grind, and that actually brings me to today's video, and it's about journaling. And this is something I still do. At this point, religiously, I journal, and it's not like every single day about every single thing, but it's in the fact that like at least more than a few times a week, just to kind of clear my thoughts. Maybe like personal things that I may have come across that I need to note, just to put a pin in it, or something me and my wife had a conversation about. But journaling is just so powerful. Now, I used to be like physically writing in a book, but for me, the convenience of just having a journaling notepad on my phone is like a game changer, right? And I just feel like this is like one of the most underrated tools in a man's arsenal, right? And especially for a man's health, mental health. And that just kind of brings me to the question, like, when's the last time you as a man wrote down how you felt, right? I feel like a lot of men never do. We're taught to just man up, get over it, just deal with it, keep pushing past it. But the thing about it is that pressure starts to build, and without a release, and it just turns into anger, confusion, anxiety, and sometimes even depression. And I feel like this is why journaling is so powerful, man. A lot of men, we come from that mentality where you have to just take everything and just hold it, right? I think as a man, it is your job, because just the way we design, we do supposed to hold on to a lot of things, but we still need an outlet because it's like a pressure valve, right? And so I feel like journaling, or you don't always want to go to your homeboys with your problems either. But I feel like journaling is like your own private release area, right? And you can use it very strategically as well. But that's kind of what I want to deep dive into today, because this one for me has been like a real strong weapon I can use as far as for my mental clarity, my confidence, and just my peace, man. Being able just to take that mental load and just set it somewhere, right? And just get it off of me. And that way I can also go back to reflect on, hey, why was my feelings like this? Why was my mind state like this? Again, as men, we just carry a lot, man. Stress, responsibility, expectations. And again, a lot of us don't even talk about it, right? We set it in our system. It just kind of like you stir in a pot, right? Just keep stirring in our system, and it doesn't go away. It just sits there, right? But again, journaling gives us a private place, man, where we can vent, right? We can process our thoughts, we can clear our thoughts, and that's, for me, it's been so powerful. So, like, say example, you had a disagreement with your wife, right? Instead of letting it just stew in silence, just write down how you felt. Write down what might have triggered you, right? What's something you might have wished you had said in that whole process of that disagreement, right? So, and this is why it's just so powerful, because it's like, man, it's a good place to reflect, and a good place for receipts for you to be like, man, what happened with this last disagreement? Or even if you feel like it's something that's reoccurring constantly, you have a place where you can go back and, like, let me see, man, we had this disagreement before. How did I react to this disagreement, right? And you look at it, you're like, man, how should I have reacted now going forward? Because, man, this is a disagreement that keeps coming up, right? And just a way to finally kind of put a nail in that coffin, and that way you can move on from it because you had the receipts wrote down. You was able to get it out of your system, because when you hold, it's so much stuff we holding on to. Sometimes it's hard to decipher what was said and how you need to process it, right? So what you don't express, you end up suppressing, right? And it always shows up somewhere. And that's one thing I learned. I did a couple videos ago, like a while ago. I wanted to say this like last year when I kind of started, and it was just talking about how men need therapy, but we also need a place. We're not in therapy every day, right? So we need a place where we can go to just relieve our thoughts, right? And again, I just think journaling just helps you. Once you clear it out your mind, it just gives you more clarity on things where you can go back and reflect. Also, here's the thing about it: it slows down your thoughts, right? Because it kind of allows you in real time to see it in black and white, versus it just spiraling in your head. It's kind of like, what's a metaphor? Like turning on a flashlight in a dark room, right? You can really see what's going on in your mind because you can see it in black and white. It helps once you put it in paper, you get it out your mind. It helps you make better decisions. You can kind of track the process of everything. You can identify like patterns. Again, that way you don't keep self-sabotaging. You don't repeat emotional triggers. It just helps you to become more self-aware. And here's the thing, and this is what I'm learning too. Self-awareness is the first step to self-mastery, right? You have to be aware of your emotions. You have to be aware of how you're moving. You have to track your process. It's just what it is, right? And for me, also, what I've learned is it helps build mental discipline. When you showing up to write constantly, every day, a few times a week, but you constantly doing it, it teaches you to be consistent, right? The little things, like, man, I know I'm really feel like, me and my wife got into it. I just want to sit in it. No, put it on paper, because you need those receipts. And again, not to be like, oh, I remember when you said this, right? Not to be one of those, but in silence, you can be like, yeah, she said this. This is how I'm gonna react because I've been tracking it, right? And it just help you be consistent to show up next time things do reoccur, and you have your mental discipline on point. You start noticing how often your emotions change, because when you, it makes you just less reactive and more grounded, right? Just journaling. Again, you're getting out. You're releasing a pressure valve, right? And then it just becomes part of your routine. It's like brushing your teeth or hitting the gym, right? It's like a mental hygiene, and that's what I like about it, man. It's just a place where you can just set your thoughts down, versus allowing just to keep that weight on you, that mental weight. Yeah, man. So, guys, being consistent with journaling is the same thing as being disciplined, right? A disciplined mind leads to a disciplined life. And these are things I'm just starting to like just pick up, man. And journaling just a part of that. Like I'm reading this book right now, right? About stoicism, and I'm gonna share it soon. I'll be finishing it soon. But it's just talking about one of the back in Egypt and all that. One of the not Egypt, Rome. One of the rulers or whatever. He journaled. A lot of different leaders journal, man, and a lot of times they turn it into books as well. And so, again, when you journal, you can get your thoughts out. I believe it helps you overall, like become like a better husband, better father, and just a man in leadership. Because again, it just creates that clarity when you can go back and look at your journal and just kind of look at things that can help you because you was able to put it in black and white. So like when your mind's cloudy, you distracted, you emotionally feeling heavy, the people around you feel it, man. And I think when people around you feel it, the only way to release that feeling so you can get it off you and just help the overall relationship is journaling. It's journaling. It helps you lead when it comes to your life from a place of peace and not pressure, right? When your mind is clear, leadership becomes more intentional, right? And not reactive. So let me just say this, man. Journaling, it definitely isn't for the weak. It's wise. That's how I look at it. It isn't weak. It's wise. It's not about when you journal. It's not about like writing poetry or being emotional about it. Now you can, but it's just about mental control, right? Clarity, and again, a place of where you can release your thoughts to allow you to just have more mental clarity. So you want to lead better, you want to be more present, you want to make smarter decisions, and you have to start dealing with what's going on inside your head. So use journaling as a tool. Just use journaling as a tool, and I think this will start to help you, process your situations and help you down the line. So anyway, what y'all think about that? Drop a comment below. Have you already been journaling? Are you going to start journaling? Again, it's just a great tool for men to use. So if it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe to the Husband Code. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. Also, if you got any value from this video, hit that like button. Also, hit the notification bell. Again, we dropping videos like this every single day. And until next time, hey, I appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace.